You picked the perfect word, unusual art, to describe what we're going to talk about next. Art Dreco. Have you ever heard of that? Well, with us is Paul Drexler. Good morning, Paul, and welcome.
Good morning.
Art Dreco sounds like a left-handed pitcher for the Phillies, but it's a different kind of art.
It most certainly is.
It's not camp.
No, it's not camp and it's not kitsch.
What's the difference?
It's much worse, basically. It's art that both...
It's much worse?
Yes, it both shines and stinks like a rotten mackerel by moonlight is kind of literary way to describe it. And it's essentially in such bad taste, so badly done that it passes through merely being bad and becomes beautiful. It's kind of a circular...
You mean it's so bad it's good?
Exactly.
Right. Give us some examples.
Well, this is a new acquisition. This is entitled Moon Over Miami. We're very happy to get this piece at the Institute. Incidentally, I am the director of the Art Dreco Institute, and one of the reasons I'm in town is that we're having an exhibition in Boston at a place called the Friend Street Space.
Where's your museum?
The museum is in Amherst, but the exhibition is at 280 Friend Street by North Station for about 2 more weeks.
And who are the contributors?
Well, it's mostly the Institute's collection, which we have gathered very painstakingly over the years. There are a few donations and loans from various collectors all over the country.
Can I ask, who owned this? Where did you get this?
Many times, interestingly enough, I'm instructed not to tell who owned it.
I can understand why, Paul, I'll tell you.
But I couldn't really tell you who owned this particular piece.
But it's now a member of the museum.
Yes, it is now most certainly.
I can see.
Part of the collection. We have here is an interesting category. It's called chalkware Dreco. And this was made in Japan in the 1930s and 40s. And it was made for use by carnival concessionaires as prizes. And it conforms beautifully to the cheap illusion that lies at the heart of the carnival. You know, what you see is not what you get. It works kind of on 2 levels. From 10 feet away, it kind of looks a moderately attractive statue of a woman holding a Russian wolfhound. But when you get up close, you start to notice a few things wrong with it. For example, the colors run the colors are not only uncomplimentary, but very garish, and they kind of run onto each other. Like the yellow from her shirt runs onto the dog, runs onto a dress. If you look at her face closely, you'll notice that from 10 feet away, she has a model's frozen smile, but right up close, she doesn't have any teeth at all. It's like a woman lacking dentures.
Paul, I wish I'd have saved one. I remember one we had in our house. It was a cat. It was a doorstop. And all the paint is chipping off of it, you know, one ear is chipped and everything else.
That sounds very promising. You know, quite often time will transform a piece that's merely kitsch into a piece that's Dreco. As a matter of fact, we are encouraging people to bring anything that they believe may be Art Dreco, to bring it to the exhibition. And I will, you know, as a member of the Institute, authenticate such
being
pieces.
An authority, right.
Of course.
Who's the Lone Ranger there?
Yes, this is Greeley's Revenge. This is another piece of chalkware Dreco. Now, many scholars have believed that this might have been some kind of sinister plot by the chalkware syndicate. This is made in Japan to kind of sap the will of the American public by presenting, you know, our heroes. I have a Superman, I have the Lone Ranger, I have Washington, in this kind of light, which is...
That's a fat Lone Ranger, isn't it, too?
Yeah, to say the least, to say the least.
Okay.
We have some other pieces here.
And this,
yes.
that intrigues me.
This is Spirit of 76, and this is a piece of contemporary Dreco. This is by Clarice Henry from Argo, Louisiana. She's been working in stuffed frogs for probably her entire life. Right now...
Why?
Well,
Did you ever ask?
Well, for the true Dreco artist, you don't have to ask why. I mean, I think there's really something that drives people to do this. And
because it's there.
Because it's there, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
We're hoping that, you know, impending senility will kind of drive her to greater heights in the work.
Is there a George Washington of Dreco as the
Yes.
founding father?
Well, this probably the greatest Drecoist would be Augustus Scheissmacher, and I have just one of his pieces here, which is really a lovely piece. We can pan over there.
Scheissmacher?
Yes, yes.
Who's he?
Well, he was the creator of this piece, which is entitled Doma Centuria, and this is from his religious period. I find that, you know, quiet contemplation of this piece tends to soothe and pacify the soul.
That is gross.
Well, thank you, thank you. You know,
Mr. Scheissmacher, I would appreciate that, huh?
Oh, I think he might have. Very, very much so. This piece is a study for a large sculpture entitled The Colossus of Dreco. I believe it was one of the wonders of the Dreco world. And the original disappeared in 1948 and has never been found, but this is a study by the artist for the piece. This piece, let me see if I can hold this correctly, is believed to possibly be a fragment from that sculpture. So,
That was unearthed, probably.
yes, yes,
In
yes.
some old basement. Okay.
Yes, it's a wonderful piece.
I can see the Toad Lady's back at it again.
Oh,
Or was
yes,
it?
yes, yes. This is the same woman. This is called American Gothic, and it's really a lovely piece. Her output basically depends on the frogs that she gets. Right now, she's a little short. We're waiting for.
She's a little short?
Well, she is short. That's true,
Yeah.
but she is also short of frogs.
How long has she been out?
Out? Well,
Yeah,
she
so
is-
with us, the public.
Oh, she's been creating these pieces for many years, but it's only the last 3 or 4 years through the institute that her pieces have been shown in public.
Well, you do a great deal of restorative work then yourself.
Yes, yes. It's very sometimes. Well, sometimes we fix the pieces and sometimes we damage them. It depends on which gives the better.
Sometimes they look
look
better
to them.
damaged, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. But it has to be very controlled and very scientific.
I
It's
see.
very difficult to.
Now, your show again, I'm sure our viewers won't want to miss this. It's going to be downtown Boston.
Yes, it's right at North Station at 280 Friend Street. And it will
Yeah.
be there. It's Wednesday through Sunday. It will be there through July 9th.
What's the name of the building?
It's, well, the name of the studio is the Friend Street Space.
Oh, Friend Street Space. I see.
And
Is
you'll
there a
have to
sign?
watch, there'll be a
Art
small
Deco?
sign. One has to look carefully for it. It kind of fits in with what we're doing here.
All right, Paul, I thank you very much for introducing us to the world of Art Deco.
It's very nice to be here.
Well, it's been with us a long time, but we
Oh
really
yes,
didn't know
and
what it was. huh?
Yes, it's true. It's the kind of thing that's been destroyed by succeeding civilizations, but there are usually a few pieces around to keep
Usually
the
up in the
collection
attic
going.
or in the basement. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Paul Drexler, thank you very much for being
Thank
with
you.
us. Travel tips, that's coming up next. And how to sort it all out, all the different travel plans and so forth. Maury will do his best after these words.
We just had a $1,000 winner and a $1,000 winner at home here on the Big Deal Instant Game Show. Now we go to the second game, $10,000. The top prize in this game. On the game boards, again, various amounts of money, but more money this time. Behind 3 symbols, $10,000. Behind another 3, $1,000. And behind the last 3, $100 amounts. Again, our studio contestants are playing for home mystery partners. The home mystery partner wins what the studio contestant wins. And they'll be revealed after the game. We haven't had a tie. In case of a tiebreaker, I'll explain that, and we'll go to a special tiebreaker at that time. Okay, Diane, contestants for game 2.
Contestant number 1 is Vito Ostakalis of South Boston. Vito is a supervisor for the post office. His hobbies are photography and traveling. Contestant number 2 is Ray Jones of Wakefield. Ray is a painter with the W.T. Kenny Company in Arlington. His hobbies are traveling and his wife. That's awful nice. Thomas Braidwood of Shrewsbury is being represented by Charles Pisnar of Windsor Locks, Connecticut. That's contestant number 3. Charles is a papermaker for Dexter Corporation. His hobbies are swimming, baseball, and bowling. Contestant 4 is Paul Haggerty of Winchester. Paul is a firefighter in Winchester, and he dances, and he's going to show us his rendition of the Jitterbug later on. And contestant number 5 is William Coots of Brockton. William is with the Brockton Housing Authority. His hobby is golf, but he modestly says with a lot of strokes. Good luck.
All right, thank you, Diane. $10,000, the top prize. We're in the second game, and if you would, I'll have you all get the game rolling by making a choice together. Everybody make a choice. Let's see what we get here. I see some thousands, some hundreds, no 10,000s yet. We have 2,000s, 300s, and again, everybody, if you would, make one more choice, and we'll see if we get some matches. One more choice from everybody. Here's a 10,000. Here's another one. We have 3 of them, as a matter of fact. Ray, Paul, and Bill all have 10,000 up there. Nobody has a match. No, take that back. Charles has a match. He matched the hundreds. And Vito, we go to you, sir, for the third.
The hearts.
Need a choice from you. Hearts is $100, and he matched it. He's got 2 of those. All right, very good. Ray, we're to you. You've got 1,000 and 5,000.
Hearts.
Choice. Hearts is the one. 10,000. He's got 2 of those. All right. Charles, all the way from Windsor Locks, huh?
Right.
Good. Welcome. You've got 2 hundreds. You could win the 100 plus 100 everyone gets for being here and end the game right now. If you get the third one, we need a choice from you. Which one do you want?
Hearts.
Hearts is the one he wants, and that is. Go ahead and hit it.
Push it.
Yep. Go ahead and hit it. That's 100. He did it. He did it. Charles playing for Thomas Braidwood. Congratulations, Charles. You won the 100. Everybody gets $100 for being here. I do want to talk to these last couple of gentlemen. We just don't want to leave you out in the cold. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to go farther. Paul, would you like to? Would you and Diane like to do the jitterbug now? You sure? You sure? Diane, I mean, you got him into this.
That
right?
wasn't my agreement.
Okay. Okay. Well, Diane won't do it. But maybe another day. Thank you, Paul, for being here very much. William, thank you for being here. Everybody gets $100 for being with us, and our congratulations to all of you. Charles, good going. He knocked it off and won it. Don't go away yet, because we have home mystery partners. Someone at home has won the 100 plus the 100 that everybody gets, who's a home mystery partner. And here's Diane with our home mystery partner.
Thank you. We sure have had some fast rounds lately.
We have. Yesterday and today.
I know it. Well, our home mystery partners who will each receive $100 are Clifford A. Ham of Quincy, David Medeiros of Fall River, R. Kingsbury of Milford, and Joseph Mateague of Lowell. And home winner of $200 is Catherine Zolo of Worcester. Congratulations. If you'd like to be a contestant, either game number 1 or game number 2, all you have to do is buy those big deal tickets. Now they're everywhere, so you have no excuse for not buying them. Then, when you get 4 stubs of the same kind, you pick up an envelope from any lottery agent location, here it is, and you just mail your stubs to the Massachusetts Lottery. Then you're automatically entered into a drawing from which all the studio contestants and the matching home partners are chosen. We'll be back with the big one. That's the $1 million entry game right after these words.
You and Paul don't want to
Here
dance?
we are again.
No, you don't want to dance with Paul?
We're back for game number 3. Game number 3, which is the $1 million entry. Now, on the game boards, the same amounts of money as last game, $10,000 behind 3 of them. Behind another 3 are $1,000. Behind the last 3, $100 amounts. Again, it's the studio contestant with the highest 3-of-a-kind match at the end of the round. In case of a tie, we go to special tiebreaker. But most importantly, no matter how much the studio contestant wins and the home mystery partner wins that same amount, they both go into the $1 million entry. The prize is $1 million. $1 million. One of these 5 people and the home mystery partner will be entered for that $1 million show. Now, Diane, if you would, contestants for game 3.
Contestant number 1 is Mary Gillis of Rosendale. Mary is a housewife, a mother of 5 children. Contestant number 2 is Ella Gerard of Gardner. Ella is a hairdresser and her hobbies are knitting, crocheting, and gardening. Contestant number 3, representing Maria Franlek of Manchester, New Hampshire, is her son, John. John is in construction for Northeast Erectors, and his hobby is photography. Contestant number 4 is Marietta Pedro of Swansea. Marietta is with the Fall River Gas Company, and her hobbies are watching the Red Sox and bowling. And on the end, contestant number 5 is Rachel True of Melrose. Rachel is with CAT Scanning Technologists. Her hobbies are tennis and bowling. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Diane. The $1 million entry game. No matter how much you win, the winner goes into the $1 million entry. $1 million, that prize. Now, if you would, I'll have you all go together. Everybody make a choice. Let's see what we get here. We have lots of 10,000s, 2 of them anyway. We have Mary and Ella both with 10,000 to start the game off, a couple of thousands and 100 too. Okay, let's see if we get some matches now. This is where it gets good, if you would. We have a match. Mary has 2 10,000s. She matched it. And we have Rachel down at the end. She has a match too. She's got a couple of hundreds. All right, good going. That's a good first couple of rounds. Mary, you can end the whole game, win $10,000, and go into the $1 million entry right now on this choice. Which one do you want?
Diamond.
$10,000. That's not it. I thought it was at first there, too. I saw those zeros. That's not the one, Mary. You'll get another chance at that, though. Ella, we're to you. I think you'll get another chance. Depends on what Rachel does. She took one while I wasn't looking. What'd you take? You took the queen and got 1,000, right? Is that what you took, the queen? I thought so. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ella. Now we come down to John, who wanted to say hi to someone, did you?
Yes, let's say hello to all the people up in Manchester.
Okay, very good. Need a choice from you, John? Which
Queen.
one do you want? The queen is the one he wants. It's 100. He's got 2 of those. He matched it, and he's got 2. And we move along to Marietta. You've got 100 and 1,000. You want to say hi to someone, didn't you? You didn't? I thought you did. Okay. I've been doing that lately. The last couple of days. I don't know. Time for another vacation. Marietta, need a choice. Which one do you want? Ace is $1,000. She matched it, and she's got 2 of those. Rachel, you can win the $100 right now. You can get your third. No matter how much you win, you go into the $1 million entry for $1 million. You can end the game right now with your third 100. Which one? Ace is 100. She did it. She did it. Another quick game. Rachel, you want $100. Don't run away. Don't run away. You want $100. Everybody gets $100 for being here. How about that? She said. Here's your mom and dad. Right? Thank you very much. Thank you. She's in the $1 million entry. What are you going to do with $1 million if you win?
Oh, I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm supposed to say hi to somebody.
Oh, say hi.
I have to say hi to Kim and Tracy.
Okay. These you folks?
This is my fiance and his sister.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I knew your mom was your mom. I was looking more at you. Why do I always end up getting in trouble? I don't understand. Congratulations. All right, you won the 100. Everybody gets 100. You're in the $1 million entry for $1 million. Good luck in that. I hope to see you back here on the show and win all that money.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Diane has our home mystery partner. Someone at home is in the $1 million entry, too. Here's Diane.
Might be me.
Our home mystery partners, who will each win $100, are Ernest Souza Jr. of New Bedford, Carmen Diaz of Roxbury, Frank Kelleher of Everett, and Richard H. Ellis of Air. And the home winner of $200, but more importantly, the eligibility to be in the $1 million drawing, and that's something, is Louis A. Burke of Northborough. Congratulations. If you'd like to be a contestant on this big one, the $1 million entry game, again, all you have to do is buy those Big Deal tickets. But this time, when you get 3 9s, you get a free ticket. So what you do with the free ticket is you claim it at any lottery agent location, and you're automatically entered into a drawing from which the studio contestants and the home partners are chosen. We'll be back in just a few minutes to announce next week's 15 TV players, any of which could be useful.